Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Anastasia here with this week's Tmog recap. As you know, we're all quarantined right now with the coronavirus going on, so I hope you guys are all safe. I hope you're all home washing your hands. Please wash your hands. And I'm sure we all saw that extremely robotic Leah commercial encouraging us to wash our hands during the coronavirus and whatnot, so...
Help slow the spread of the coronavirus by staying at home. So skip the gym, skip the bar, and that party too. I'm doing it and so can you. We're all in this alone together.
Besides being creeped out, I hope we all feel safe. Myself, I haven't been able to get my eyebrows done for about 3 weeks now, so I'll just continue to put my Anastasia brow pomade and then some concealer around it to make it look like my brows are waxed. But my videos are not HD enough for you guys to notice that, so anyway, this episode of Tmog starts off with Caitlin. She's back from Hawaii and she's got Amber, and/or MTV, sliding into her DMs asking, please come to my court date. I really need your support right now. Luckily, none of these girls have jobs to attend to, so they can just drop everything and fly to Indiana for Amber. Amber's first hearing is to see if they'll lift the order of protection on her son James. Kate calls Macy, and Macy agrees to come to the hearing as well. Mackenzie asks to borrow Bentley for a little bit to play some golf, but Macy's busy being forced to pretend to give a shit about Amber, so Taylor's gonna drop Bentley off with the Edwards when the golf time comes. Matt is still crashing at Cheyenne's without any warning to her that he was gonna do that, much like Amber's original Matt, but at least this Matt is way better looking. I'm sure this unannounced crashing at Cheyenne's house is part of the reason why Cheyenne now claims that she doesn't speak to him anymore. She says it's been awkward with him there, but it's about to get less awkward because Cheyenne is also forced to go see Amber in Indiana. Have fun alone in the free housing, Matt. Watch porn all day on the big TV in the living room. Cheyenne will never know. Oh wait, no, her sister's there, never mind. Anyway, she drops off Ryder with Corey for the time being, and there's like this big ass spider on the TV screen, and Ryder sees it and points to it and says, shit. Yeah, oh shit is right, Ryder. What the hell is that? I'd have thrown that TV out the window. Like, what are you doing, Corey? Anyway, Corey noticed the toddler cursing and mentions that maybe Cheyenne should establish some rules for Ryder, instead of being like, child say shit. In the car, all three girls who went to see Amber desperately attempt to justify this. Cheyenne says, there's so many sides, the media only shows one side, and Macy's like, yeah, the media's side. Haha, you're so right, girl, haha. Shy says, no matter what happened that night, she deserves support and friends. Look, I'm not saying Amber deserves nothing but hatred for the rest of her life. She doesn't deserve to die or anything crazy like that. But does she really deserve support no matter what? No. She did something wrong. You don't need to support her bad decisions and be her yes man. Also, I am keeping in mind that this was before the audio tapes of Amber that night were leaked, so they don't know everything that we know currently. For all they know, Andrew could be lying. They don't have that proof yet. They don't really know how bad it really was, so I will cut these girls a little bit of slack. However, I need to see those reactions change real quick once the tapes come out. Mackenzie and Josh are living separately. Mackenzie didn't go to see Amber. I guess they don't consider her that much of an OG yet. Mackenzie's having a birthday party for her oldest child, Gannon, and she doesn't know if Josh will come. She's venting to her mom, who encourages her and says, Mackenzie, you always make me proud. I know you'll get through this. And Mackenzie responds, I made you proud even when I got pregnant at 16? Not gonna lie, that was pretty funny. Way to ruin the moment, Mackenzie. Tyler converses with his toothless friend about Kate and her depression. Although she's doing well now, she's going to meet her psychiatrist later about getting off of some of her meds. She's on some pretty serious medications that have side effects, and she's gonna need to wean off them very slowly if she gets off them at all. Tyler's friend says, I know exactly what that's like. I don't doubt that, Tyler's friend. I don't doubt that. I don't think that his were prescribed, though. The girls all meet Amber. Hey, group hug. Amber complains about not being able to sleep. She was numb for days after the little incident. She says Andrew had been acting weird prior to that, and looking at her bank statements, it was obvious what was going on. Basically, she's heavily implying that he was using her for money, or stealing her money, and just bailed out once he had what he wanted. The girls try to ask Amber, well, what exactly did happen that day then? But she's like, that's classified information. The girls then ask if she needs a release, and they're like, I know what's a great release. Let's all scream. 3, 2, 1, ah! It was really loud though, like, damn, those girls can scream bloody murder. Get it? Bloody murder, much like Andrew screamed when, never mind. Bentley goes golfing with the Edwards. Ryan wastes no time joking about Bentley's new clothes and then arguing with his 10-year-old son, saying that Ryan himself was ahead in the game, not Bentley. And Bentley was like, no, but I was ahead of you, and they're kind of like going back and forth. I don't know shit about golf unless it's Wii Sports Golf. I will beat your ass at that. So I don't know if Ryan was actually winning and just teasing Bentley, or if Bentley was winning and Ryan was like being a bad sport about it to his 10-year-old son. Ryan's just laughing like, haha, Bentley's so mad he's losing, and joking about him. Honestly, it's not that huge a deal, it just seems like friendly teasing to me, but MTV is playing like this dramatic-ass background music, like as if Ryan's golfing on heroin or something. Ryan's an asshole, so everything he does is gonna look bad, but he seemed like he was just messing with his kid. It really wasn't that big a deal. For the Amber trial, we bring in the courtroom sketch artist, who did not like Kate. Damn, what did Kate do to that sketch artist? Anyway, the result of the hearing is that the order of protection is lifted, meaning that Amber can see her son James, but the custody case is still ongoing. And there's a gag order, so she can't really talk about it on camera. She cries and calls Andrew a narcissist because he wasn't crying in the courtroom like she was. Girl, you've been crying crocodile tears the past 2 episodes. Josh did come to Gannon's party, but he left partway through it. Mackenzie asks how can he live with himself not attending his son's party? A little dramatic, but she is right. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. So many of these dads on this show are in their late 20s or even early 30s, still thinking that it's cool to be so aloof and blasé about everything. Josh, Ryan, Adam, those are 3 prime examples. They all have this attitude like, nothing impresses me, nothing matters, I don't care about this stupid kid's party, I don't care about you. And that attitude is probably what made them look cool and get girls when they were 16 years old. Like, oh, he's so nonchalant. But these are grown-ass men still acting like this. Like, drop the emo shit and just go to your son's party. Like, at least pretend to care. You don't look cool anymore. You look like a loser. Anyway, Gannon gets some money for his birthday, and the dog starts sniffing it, and Gannon yanks it back like, bitch, don't touch my money, which was the best thing I saw this episode. Christina and Gary talk about how Amber doesn't deserve to be punished, Andrew is so manipulative, blah blah blah. Amber says she will never give a man a chance like she did Andrew again. Which is not true. She ended up dating some weird European guy not long after this. Don't know what became of it though. I guess we can't move on to 90 Day Fiancé with that. Amber also says she's gone from being a mom to an every other day mom. More like an every other summer mom to Leah. She also says, everyone's looking at me like I'm a piece of shit right now. Can you believe that? Kate's like, no, they're not, Amber. You're lying, girl. It's like saying, no, those pants don't make your butt look big. Don't lie to the girl. Cheyenne has a family barbecue. Corey thinks that he has rules for Ryder and Cheyenne has none for her. He saw the disaster wine country episode last season of Teen Mom where Ryder was screaming and running around out of control, and it concerns him. He thinks Ryder will start to resent coming to Corey's house because he's more structured than Cheyenne. He thinks Cheyenne spoils her too much, which from what we've seen is probably true. Kate's new psychiatrist asks if she's had any PPD symptoms, and knock on wood, she hasn't at all. She asks about her meds, and her new psychologist says that her old psychiatrist put her on some serious medication that she herself doesn't like to put her patients on. If she tries to wean herself off the medication, she's going to feel zaps of pain throughout her whole body. Oh my god, no. Whew. That does not sound fun. The psychiatrist says that Kate needs years of consistent therapy before even trying to wean off the stuff. Ryan enjoyed whooping Bentley, in his words, as he's out to dinner with Mackenzie, and can't wait to get his own place with Mackenzie so they can take him on their own. Macy gets back to Taylor and she's like, Amber's not doing too good. Taylor says to have sympathy. Mackenzie thinks that Josh doesn't care about saving their marriage. He won't even talk to her. She doesn't even know where he is. Mackenzie is correct about that. She says he's not my person. He makes me feel ugly and small and makes me not love myself, so how can I love him? She feels like she forced this relationship for over 9 years, and even during their wedding it felt forced, and she didn't feel like he loved her. She hates that she married him and wasted so much time with him. She wants a divorce, and she feels like she could have been with another guy all that time. Which, she's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl in the Midwest. She could have easily found another basic white guy to be with. And yeah, it all sounds just as bad as it kind of looks from us watching it. Producer Larry calls Andrew Glennon and says that they want to hear his side of the story. On the phone, Andrew says he has anxiety and he can't sleep, much like Amber said. They come to his house and we only hear the audio. He says that Amber either doesn't remember what she does or chooses to pretend to forget it, and it isn't his job to keep her mentally stable. True. And then he says, I don't want to film unless I get the same pay as her after the hell that I've been through. And MTV declined that offer, so he decided not to film ultimately. That did not make him look very good, did it? Don't get me wrong, this is all still Amber's fault, but it seems a little shady just the way he did that. Like, I'm not telling you my side unless you pay me what Amber gets. Amber, unfortunately, gets like $400,000 a season. Should you really get $400,000 to do one little confessional? Should it really matter about the pay if you want to tell your side of the story? Of course, after this, he ended up leaking the tapes, which told his side for free. So it kind of negates the whole argument. Still, even if he was with Amber for money, which, why else would you be? It doesn't justify Amber's actions, so... Corey drops off Ryder and wants to talk about setting rules with her to Cheyenne. He starts off reasonable. He's saying we need to be on the same page, brush her teeth before bedtime, have her bedtime at 9, read her stories. And she's like, yeah, she's just nodding. And then out of nowhere, Corey just comes out swinging like, you know what, Cheyenne? You don't take me serious. You're so hella disrespectful. Bruh, she was just sitting there like nodding her head, agreeing with you before all this. She was not doing anything. So then Cheyenne gets defensive like, you don't know she doesn't have rules, you don't even ask me. And then Corey says, your focus has shifted? I don't know if it's on Ryder anymore. Which, that was just a ridiculous thing to say and would offend any mother. Cheyenne might let her kid run wild, but she definitely isn't, like, putting a man over her kid like he's implying. She says that's a slap in the face to me, and she calls him stupid because she's the one handling Ryder's classes and dance and doctor's appointments, and she always puts Ryder first, and she isn't wrong. I heard that Corey posted that he had just found out Taylor was pregnant when this was filmed, so he was kind of on edge, but still, that was just completely uncalled for. And that's all for this episode of Tmog. Do you think that the girls' opinion on Amber will change after the tapes get released during the season? Do you think that Cheyenne is parenting her daughter well, or was Corey right? And is Amber actually crying real tears, or just trying to look good for the camera? Make sure to leave a comment down below, subscribe for more Teen Mom recaps every week, and stay safe during this whole coronavirus thing. Alright, I'm out. I'll see you guys next week.